Good morning, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Shea, and if you're new here, I am an American living in Bologna, Italy. Welcome back to another vlog. It's been a while, so I have a lot to tell you all about. I don't remember if I told you guys, but I'll be back in the summer for 3 months, so a long time back in the US. And this year I will be going to Florida and then also Arizona and then back to Florida and maybe some other little trips along the way to some places. So I definitely want to vlog while I'm there because I feel a little bit like my vlogs here are a little boring. I just think my routine has gotten pretty much the same, which is a good thing because I've been trying to get settled into a routine for a long time. So I'm glad that I finally have one. I just feel like it's not as interesting to film, even though I love making vlogs. For you guys, I think it might not be as interesting to watch, especially because I don't make videos about the perfect dream fairy tale Italian lifestyle type thing. My life is pretty normal, and I don't want to create some fantasy just for YouTube when my life is not that. But this summer I'm excited to show you a little bit about my life back in the US in Florida near the beach. It's super fun. I do a lot of fun stuff there, so hopefully those days will be interesting. And also I want to try to do some vlogs in Italian while I'm there, so you can check them out on my other channel. That way I can also keep practicing Italian while I'm there. And then I will also be going to Arizona, which is where I'm originally from, and hopefully doing a road trip in northern Arizona with my boyfriend. So we want to see the Grand Canyon, maybe also go up to Utah, like Zion National Park, Sedona in Arizona. So that should be fun. I'll probably get some video there as well. It's about 8:30 a.m. right now. I have actually a lot of video stuff to film for work. I have my part-time role at the digital marketing agency, but then I also recently have gotten a lot of freelance video work, which I'm really happy about. And that's kind of how I balance out my work schedule. I'm doing a mix of freelance one-off type projects, although these projects have become more regular each month because I was hired by a company that I was working with last year to do videos every month, so that's always great. And then my part-time job, I work as a digital account manager, so I have different clients and I manage their social media accounts and their marketing campaigns. That job has definitely slowed down a little bit because there's just some periods where there's not a lot to do and some others where there's a ton to do. And for the last few months, I've been in one of those times where it's just kind of slow. So I'm glad that I'm picking up these other video projects. So I'll take you along for some filming. I also want to get to the gym today. I've been in a really good gym routine. And actually, last night I tried something really fun. I wanted to switch things up and try something new. I actually tried a pole dancing class, which is something that I never thought that I would do. But it's actually such a good workout because, oh my God, it was so hard. I knew looking at it that it seemed really difficult. I mean, you need to have a lot of arm and upper body strength and ab strength, but actually trying it, I mean, I could barely pull myself up. Like, we did some little exercises, the things that were supposed to be super basic, because this was the first time I've ever done it in my life. Me and my friend went, and both of us were struggling so hard because, I mean, I go to the gym, I do like Pilates arm workouts and stuff like that, but I would say my legs are definitely a lot stronger than my arms. I've never had really good upper body strength, but it's always something I've wanted to work on. If I continue with this, I definitely know that my upper body strength will be so much better because it's seriously so much respect because it was insanely hard. And it's also something that I was not good at all in the first class. So I think it's something that will be exciting to see my progress because I'm sure I'll make a lot of progress, especially because I'm starting from like a really, really bad place. So hopefully with time, they have a package for 2 lessons a week and they're 1-hour lessons, or 3 lessons a week. But I think I'll probably do the 2 lessons a week just because the other days I still want to do my gym routine and then my Pilates and stuff like that. But yeah, that was really exciting and super fun. I think it was fun to try something new and something that is really challenging for me because there are a lot of aspects of dance and almost like calisthenics and stuff that I have never really done, or for example, dance have never really been good at. But it's something I've always wanted to try, and I think it's good to do things that you aren't necessarily good at. You know what I mean? I think sometimes I have that perfectionist mindset that if I try something, I want to be immediately good at it. But even if I never get really great at this, it's still something I enjoy. Like, I had so much fun last night with my friend. Both her and I said, oh my God, that was so fun. But both of us said that was so hard for us. Like, there were some moves that we literally could not do. And so I think at the end of the day, okay, if it's fun and it's also really good for me and my upper body strength and just like strength in general, then I should continue doing it because it's something new and exciting, and I feel a little bit like my workout routine can get kind of boring. So I think I'm really excited about it, and I will update you all on how it's going. Okay, so I don't want to yap too much because I do have a lot to get done today. So yeah, let's get started on my tasks for the day. So every morning I look at my to-do list that I make on Notion. I genuinely don't know what I would do if I didn't have Notion or like some sort of to-do list. If I wake up and I don't have a to-do list, I feel so lost. Today's to-do list is pretty long because I have my Notion to-do list for just the workouts I want to do, studying, other little things like responding to emails about collaborations or other video work outside of my main job. But then I also have another to-do list just purely for all of my work stuff, like for my actual job, like respond to this client's email, work on this client's content calendar, all that kind of stuff has a separate to-do list. But when that to-do list is long and my personal to-do list is long, it's a little stressful. I'm a super organized person because I have all these to-do lists and because I have my whole life on Notion. So usually I just go through, look at what I have to do today, and then kind of plan out my day, like what tasks I want to do first. I know I want to go to the gym. I usually go to the gym around 1:30 p.m. because I usually go after lunch. But I don't know if I want to go earlier today. I think I'll probably go later because I have to film a bunch of videos, so I want to, like, I'll have to put on makeup. And my to-do list for today, I have to add subtitles to my Italian vlog, which comes out today. So if you are learning Italian or you just want to hear me speak Italian, I do have a vlog coming out today, and I always add English subtitles to those vlogs. So that way, even if you don't speak Italian but you just want to watch another vlog of mine, you can watch it and turn on the English subtitles. So I have to add those. It's kind of a process. That's why I don't film as many YouTube vlogs in Italian because it can take a little bit. Then I want to go for a long walk. At the gym today I'm just doing like incline walk because I've really been into doing that recently, and then I want to do some Pilates but more like stretching or posture Pilates because I want to work on my flexibility and my posture. So a pretty easy day today. I also want to work on my assignment for an Italian writing course that I've been working on. If you saw my last video, I think it was about writing in Italian, it talked about that course, and I'm working through that again like a second time right now. It's different assignments. They don't do the same course every single time, but there's a few exercises and then a text, like a essay that I have to write, a small essay that I need to write. Then I need to respond. I have very exciting news that I want to talk about later, so I won't touch on that yet, but I have to finalize some details and like get that fully ready for the announcement. But I'll talk about it in this video. I won't be like, oh, I can't talk about it yet. No, I just don't want to talk about it right now because it's too exciting. I need like an actual different clip to really go into the details. And then I want to shoot videos to promote that. I also have to shoot a skincare video. A brand sent me some skincare and I've been trying it for like the past month. So I want to make a video talking about that and like my skincare routine using that. So far that's the list for now. There's some other little cleaning and stuff I want to do, but I don't know if I'll get around to it today. And then I still have all my regular work stuff. So I think I'm going to start off today with the Italian studying because usually if I don't do that in the morning, I don't end up doing it, and I really need to focus on studying my Italian. So I'm going to do some Italian studying. Then we have to get the subtitles done because that video comes out. I have it scheduled later for today, so I have to get the subtitles done before it comes out. And then I think we'll go into the video stuff. Also that way I like have time to wake up. I'll probably do a little bit of facial massage to look like less puffy, and yeah, so let's get into it, stop chatting and actually get to work. Recently, to practice speaking Italian, I've been looking up some questions to answer using a random question or a random topic generator. I just tell whatever story or whatever explanation out loud, and whatever part I run into where I'm kind of confused about vocabulary or I don't know how to phrase something, I immediately write it down and keep speaking. Jot all this stuff down so at the end of my story I have this whole list, and then I go back and look up how to phrase it correctly. That way I can retell my story with the correct words, phrases, grammar constructions, etc. And it really just helps me find where there are gaps in my knowledge. Yesterday I made more of these 3-ingredient bagels. They turned out so good this time. This looks really, it did get a little too toasted on the outside, but I liked it because they're like, this one isn't even fully round. It's like a weird shape. They're toasted on the outside, and then the inside they were still really soft. They're so much better when they're fresh out of the oven. I don't want to make a fresh batch every single time that I want bagels, but they're actually super easy. It's literally just like flour, Greek yogurt, baking powder, and a little bit of salt. So I've been making them a lot recently because I've been missing bagels so much. And actually this last batch that I made was really good. Like, I'm getting better every time. And then I usually like to toast it a little bit more. Here in Italy you can find cream cheese like this. It's funny though, because in Italy they just call it Philadelphia. Like any sort of cream cheese they say Philadelphia. But I'm glad they have this because it is really good. And they also have different flavors. Not all the different types that we have in the US. Obviously we have so many different choices. But they do have like a vegetable one, like a chive one maybe, kind of like that. Helps me with my bagel cravings a little bit, but obviously I miss bagels so much. I am so excited to go back to the US and get bagels. Unfortunately, I won't be like going to New York or anything where the bagels are super good, but any sort of bagel in America makes me happy. So I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's about 12:15. I feel like I've been getting a lot done. Very productive day, but I just have so much to do today. So I'm getting ready now just to do a little bit of just super simple makeup to shoot some promo videos because big news coming. Because I am hosting a group trip to Thailand in November, which is so crazy that I'm even saying that. I never thought this would be something that I would do or could do. But if you watched some of my last vlogs, I did talk about how I had some meetings with a company to organize a group trip, but I at that point hadn't decided exactly where. But basically for the last few weeks now, I've been going back and forth with the company to plan out the whole itinerary. And I was very, not super picky, but like I just really wanted to make sure that this trip is exactly what I wanted and also what I thought would be fun for a group to see a little bit of everything. Because I'm a person who, when I travel, I kind of want to see it all. Like I kind of want to do it all. I don't want to just stay in one place the whole trip. So this itinerary is for 12 days in Thailand in November, and I will put the link to the sign up page, which has all the details about the itinerary, where we're staying, all that kind of stuff, in the description below. But it will be 12 days in Thailand. We start off in Bangkok and explore the city, some temples there, and then we will go up to a city, the name of which I cannot pronounce very well. I looked this up, like how to pronounce it. Kanchanaburi, I don't know how to say it. That city I'll put on the screen. To see some historical sites there, and also that part I'm so excited for because we're going to be staying on these floating villas basically. There's like a big river there and you need to take one of those long tail boats to get there, and it looks so cool. Like I can't wait for that part. And then there's a day where we're going to be hiking through this national park to see some really beautiful waterfalls. So there's like some exploring the city, also doing some adventure out in the wilderness. And I feel like that's really cool because it's not really a part that a lot of people go to when they go to Thailand. So I also wanted to get a good mix of seeing touristy places, but also exploring more of those hidden gem kind of places. And then after that, we're going to Krabi, which is a beach area. We're basically just going to be relaxing on the beach. And then there's a day where we are going to take a boat tour to the PP Islands. Because I feel like you always see those pictures of the limestone cliffs, and they're just really iconic, I guess, like that area of Thailand. So of course I feel like if we went to Thailand, we have to go there. So we have a little boat tour. We're going to do snorkeling, go to some beaches that you can only reach by boat. And I feel like it'll be so fun that we can do that in November because the weather there will be so much nicer than probably the weather will be here in Italy at that point. I chose November because it is the dry season. We shouldn't have any storms or crazy rain. And it also should be a little bit cooler, but Thailand is always pretty hot and humid. So cooler meaning like maybe 80s. And then there is a price for the whole trip that includes pretty much everything except for flights. So you do need to buy your own flights. But the good thing is the trip is planned for November, so you have plenty of time to track some flights and get some good prices. I've already put some price trackers on and seen some pretty good deals already. And the good thing about Thailand is that it is so cheap. So when you are there, you don't have to spend too much because there's only some meals that aren't included in the total cost, but everything else, transportation, all the activities, the places where we're staying, hotels and stuff, that's all covered in the main cost. And it's so nice because everything will be completely planned. I am so excited because I made this itinerary, and that was like the hardest part I'll have to do because the rest will just be, we show up, we're in this small group and we get to travel all together. We don't have to worry about how we get to the next place because everything is planned for us. And then we'll also have some free time to explore like Bangkok some days. Again, the hotels that we're staying at are super nice because, like I said, Thailand is very cheap. So even hotels that are super luxurious are still very affordable there. So we're staying in some really cool places. On some of those free days, we can just decide what we want to do as a group, or if you want to travel a little bit on your own, that's also an option. I am keeping the group probably no more than 8 people. I don't know how much interest I'll get, so I don't know how big the group will be. But I think it should be around 6 to 8 people. So I don't want to make it too big. I still want it to be small enough that we can all get to know each other, but still it's a good enough group that we still feel like it's fun and we have enough people to hang out with. I also want to create a little group chat. So for the people who do sign up, I want to make a group beforehand so we can all chat a little bit, get to know each other, and also help each other, you know, when we're packing or preparing. Maybe if anybody's a little bit anxious about traveling, whatever, we can all communicate through that group. So we'll already be talking before the trip. If you have any questions or any hesitations, you can comment down below or message me or email me. I have my email in the description, but whatever you prefer, because I would love to travel with you. I think it'll be so fun to get this group of people together. Still have obviously some time to decide. I can't remember exactly when is the cutoff date for like the last you can apply. I think it's sometime in August, so again, you definitely have time to decide, but I wouldn't wait too long because it is such a small group. Yeah, I'm so excited. I literally can't wait. Check out the itinerary. It's super detailed about everything we're gonna do. For anxious people like me that need to know every single thing, they write it out really well so you know exactly where you're gonna go, look up some of the places to see if it interests you, sign up. I'm so excited. So don't forget to check out all the details in the description below. I'm a little bit behind schedule, but I'm making lunch. Today I'm gonna do like a little snack plate because I've been seeing that, oh LOL, my trash back there that I have to take out. I've been seeing on TikTok people making almost like adult Lunchables. So I'm going to do basically like a little board. Well, I'll show you when I'm putting it together, but right now I'm hard boiling some eggs. I'll show you whatever I come up with because I'm still trying to figure out what I have in my fridge to put together on this plate. I just got distracted because I got an alert that like flights were really low for a trip from Florida to Los Angeles because I'm trying to peel these carrots. I did finally get an appointment at the LA consulate for the digital nomad visa, which I'm super excited about because I need to get a new visa. Part of the reason I'm leaving this summer is because I have to leave Italy because my current permit is going to expire. So I need to go back and get a new visa, but I have to go to the LA consulate because I'm a resident of Arizona. Got an appointment finally. It took a long time to actually book an appointment. And then I had to find a flight to get from Florida to LA because my appointment's actually just a few days after I get to the US. So pretty quick turnaround. But the flights were pretty expensive, like round trip. They were around $400 for a while, and then they started getting up to $500, and I was like, that's just ridiculous because I got my round trip from Italy to the US for $730. So I'm like, if I can go from Italy for $700, you're gonna charge me $500 to fly across the country? No. But I just got an alert. Okay, I can't talk with this trash in the background. I just got an alert that some flights were down to $270, which is the best price I've seen since I started tracking these flights. So I was like, immediately grab my laptop and book the flight. It's just gonna be such a quick trip, just 2 nights, 3 days, because I'm really just going for my appointment. But luckily I have a friend who said I can stay with her because everything in LA is so expensive. I didn't want to have to get a hotel. So luckily I can stay with her and see her, and we're gonna have fun, because part of living abroad that sucks is that you don't get to see your friends as often. But luckily I got to see her last summer too, so I feel lucky because it's, you know, I got my appointment, I get to do my appointment, but I also get to see one of my really good friends, so it'll be nice. A quick little trip. I feel relieved because that was kind of in the back of my mind. Finally got that sorted out. The next thing I just need to do is figure out a flight from Florida to Arizona. Those don't seem too bad actually. I've been tracking some and there have been some pretty good prices around like $300. But that will be when my boyfriend comes and we'll go together. So still some trip planning to figure out, but little by little it's coming together. So a good day overall. So on the way back home, I went to the grocery store. For dinner, I just got a little rotisserie chicken. Super convenient. These are really good and they're only €5. And it's good for a dinner for like 2 people or just for 1 if you want to save some for later. Super easy because tonight I don't really feel like cooking. Then I just got some potatoes to roast for tonight with the chicken. Also some zucchini. And I got some of this kefir, if that's how you say it. I bought a bottle of this last time I did my groceries, but I didn't realize that the expiration date was like the next day, which is really frustrating. This is good for probiotics and digestion and stuff like that. Yogurt for breakfast, like maybe not every single day, but the majority of the week, like at least 4 mornings out of the week. I think yogurt and just having more probiotics has really been helping me, and I just feel really good. Some ice cream bars. I always just like to have these. Then I also, oh no, these feel really broken. I should have noticed that in the grocery store. Oh well. Off-brand gocciole, which is like these little, basically like chocolate chip cookies that are really popular here in Italy for breakfast. I like to have these because usually this is more in line of what my boyfriend eats for breakfast. On the weekends, like I eat them too, because who doesn't want to eat cookies for breakfast, you know? But it's not something that I eat every single day because I just can't do that every single day. But it's super Italian to have like little cookies like this, or there's a ton of other versions. I don't remember if I took a clip in the store, but there's so many different cookies for breakfast that they sell. Mayonnaise, because I needed to get some more. And then a little treat for myself, some juice. I tried this a few weeks ago and I really like it. They have a bunch of different flavors. This one is blood orange, pomegranate, orange, and lime, which is an interesting combination. And I really like it because it's obviously naturally pretty sweet, but it's super clean. Like they don't have any other random stuff in here. It just tastes good because I usually only drink water or coffee during the day, and then, you know, at night like wine or whatever. But during the day, I don't really have other drinks. And I feel like in the US, I love how there's so many different drinks you can have. Not necessarily like soda, but Even the different sparkling waters or seltzers, or now there's like those probiotic drinks, they don't do that here. So if I want to switch it up and not just drink water, I've been getting these juices. It's kind of expensive for not such a big bottle. Like I think it's $3.50, maybe, yeah, $3.50. But you know, when you convert that to dollars, it's like around $5, I think. So, but I guess if you think about American prices, you can spend $8 on a tiny juice. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining. But that's it. I just wanted to get some stuff for tonight and some other little things. This wasn't like a weekly grocery haul, but in total, where did I put my receipt? It's in my pocket, I think. No, it's not. Where is it? I could have sworn it was in my pocket. Oh, there it is. It's on the ground. 21 euros and 30 cents. So that's not bad for all this stuff. Today after my walk, I did a Pilates posture video because my posture and flexibility are things that I really need to work on. And honestly, I didn't think that this video would be too difficult, but it really was. It's pretty simple movements, but it required a lot of balance and also flexibility, obviously. You can see that I'm pretty tight in my shoulders, and my flexibility is something I've always been trying to work on. This part was so funny because I could not really figure out what she was doing, and then when I tried it, you could see that I fell over. Which was so funny. I did not expect that to happen, but I literally just lost my balance trying to do whatever it was that she was doing. But then later on, I figured it out. You just had to be a lot more coordinated and really use your core strength to keep you from falling over. So the workout itself wasn't too tough today, but I've been trying to incorporate some more workouts like this just to help with my flexibility, posture, balance, all that kind of stuff. And then ended with stretching out my hamstrings and just doing some other stretches as well. These skincare products that were sent to me, and I was making the video for them for TikTok earlier, they're from like a Korean skincare brand that I had never heard of, but I really like it. It says Vital Treatment, 9 essential seeds for vitalizing and brightening, and then a lot of stuff in Korean on the back that I don't understand. And I've never really been a toner. That's not true. Not never, but for the past few years I kind of stopped using toners because I just was like, are they really doing anything? Sometimes I put this on a cotton pad, but sometimes I just like tap it into my face. But this toner, it really does something. Like I really feel like, you know, it said, what does it say? Vitalizing and brightening. It really feels like, I mean, my skin has some redness and patchiness, so it will never be like perfect, but it really does feel super good. And also a few weeks ago, it was very strange. My skin is usually pretty good. I don't have crazy breakouts. But there must have been something, maybe like new makeup that I used, that all of a sudden throughout the day I started getting these red tiny little bumps all over. And at first I was like, are these bug bites or something? Because I was outside all day, so I don't know what happened. But then I was using this toner, and then I pair it with this pressed serum Velvet Yam Intense Hydration Cream, which is super hydrating. And for me with really dry skin, I need something that's pretty thick. Like it feels super thick and hydrating, but it doesn't feel too heavy. I don't know, but when I pair these two together, I feel like my skin looks like, okay, not glass skin, because people who have that like beautiful glass skin that really have a 10-step skincare routine, it looks really good. But as close as I'm gonna get to glass skin, that's how I feel like my skin looks. Just super hydrated and moisturized. And I'm super happy with it. I do really like this brand. I don't know if you can get it in the US, especially now, who knows with the tariffs and stuff, if it will be really expensive. I really like it. So I don't have a code on it or anything because I didn't have to make a video for YouTube, but I just wanted to share. But I'll put the website down below and you can see if it's available wherever you are, because I genuinely really like it. I think this cream is good for if you do have really dry skin. Maybe if you have oily or like acne prone skin, maybe not good, because I can only speak for myself and my own dry, red, sensitive skin, but it's like all very natural ingredients. I mean, Korean skincare is the best. Any sort of Korean skincare, like Koreans know what they're doing when it comes to skincare. And I'm really glad because it's such a huge bottle. It's gonna last me forever. I really like it and it's become part of my routine. These are the products that I pair together.